name is Nazia Khanum, which is a Muslim name, and Nazia apparently means a dweller of the heaven, and Khanum is the female version of Khan, which means chief. So basically my name is Nazia, a female chief who lives in heaven. My father gave me the name, although I lost my father when I was very young. I heard a lot about him, and he always gave names to all the family members who were my siblings. Where I was born is not a problem, because I was told where I was born. It's a district in East Bengal. At that time it was under the British rule, and it was part of British India. It's called Barisal, which is a district town. But when I was born is a controversial issue, because in my time there was no birth certificate given to anybody unless specifically somebody wanted a birth certificate. Although I was born in Barisal, but my memory of my childhood in Barisal is very little or non-existent almost, because we moved from my place of birth to Dhaka, the capital of Bangladesh, or at that time East Pakistan. And from there we went to a village where our village home was, in Chowfashon, and we lived there for many years. And my most childhood memories are attached to Chowfashon and partly to Dhaka when I was growing up. Yes, the house was very interesting for me, because in the courtyard of the house, on the ground floor, there was a well, and the well was very deep, and we had two domestic help, although in those days they used to be called servants, but we used to learn from other people that that's a very offensive term, so we used to call them sometimes Bua. Bua means sister, the female one, and the man used to be brother. We used to call him Kalu Bhai. And the well, which was the source of water, and there were some water hydrants as well around, but well was the main source of water for having bath and things like that. So these two people who were domestic help used to actually drop a bucket, a metal bucket, which was tied to a rope. And they used to drop it into the well, which was so deep, and then pull water out, very cold water though. And then they used to warm water up as well, boil water, and mix up this cold water with boiled water and make it lukewarm for us for having bath in the bathrooms, and used to take that upstairs because our bathrooms were upstairs. And that was so interesting for me as a child. I used to look around and see how in the depth of this well, the water was there. Sometimes the light used to go in it, and the silvery light used to shimmer on the water surface. And it was a fascinating thing for me as a child. I used to look into it, although my mother and other siblings used to say, don't do it too much, you might fall into it. But it was a huge fascination for me to see that. So apart from that, the house had an external bathroom, or toilet actually, which you could go to that was on an elevated level, and there was a staircase to go onto that, and that was my favorite one, because there I used to go, and it was so isolated from the house that I could sit there and think about lots of things which I couldn't really do at home, because there were quite a lot of people at home.